All right. Welcome back, everyone. We're diving into some interesting stuff today. It's all about UK banking.
Yeah.
Specifically Lloyds Banking Group.
Right.
Lloyds, Halifax, Bank of Scotland, all under that big umbrella.
Yeah.
They just dropped this announcement.
Big news.
Merging all their branch services.
Interesting.
Sounds good, right? More options.
Yeah, on the surface.
But at the same time, they're closing branches left and right. 55 gone this year alone.
Wow.
So what's the deal? Giving with one hand, taking with the other.
Right. It's like, what are they really trying to do?
Exactly. And that's what we're digging into today.
It's a deep dive.
So before we get into it, we got to set the scene. Lloyds Banking Group is the biggest lender in the UK.
Huge player.
Right. So their decisions have massive ripple effects.
Absolutely. Millions of customers impacted.
Think about it. This whole branch thing. It's like this clash between going digital
The future.
versus needing those good old-fashioned branches.
Yeah, that tension's real.
So let's break it down. Lloyd says, hey, customers of any of our brands, those three we mentioned.
Lloyds, Halifax, Bank of Scotland.
Right. You can use any branch for your banking needs.
Sounds like a good deal, right? More access.
That's what they're saying. But then they hit you with the closures.
Yeah, those 55 branches.
On top of all the ones they already shut down.
Right, leaving them with just 892 across the three brands.
Makes you wonder, is it really about choice?
Or is it about something else entirely?
That's the big question. I mean, they're spinning it as choice and flexibility.
The modern way.
Yeah, especially with everyone banking online these days.
True. Can't deny the convenience.
But hold on. The BTU, the union for Lloyd's employees.
They represent the workers, right?
Exactly. They're not buying it.
Skeptical, huh?
Big time. They're calling it a cost-cutting measure.
Makes sense. Branches are expensive.
Right. And the BTU thinks it's just the beginning of way more closures.
So it's like choice now.
But maybe no choice later.
Potentially.
So why are they so suspicious?
Well, think about the savings. Closing branches means less real estate, less staff.
Yeah, big cost reductions.
The BTU's argument is that Lloyds is dressing this up as customer focused.
Softening the blow.
Exactly, when in reality it's all about the bottom line.
Profits over people.
That's their concern.
So how does this actually play out for everyday folks?
That's where it gets tricky.
Not everyone's on board with the whole digital banking thing.
Absolutely. Different demographics, different needs.
Right. Studies show branch closures hit disadvantaged areas the hardest.
Think about it. Places with limited internet access, elderly folks who aren't tech savvy.
Or people who rely on cash.
Yeah, cash is still a thing. We've actually seen a rise in its use lately.
Makes the whole situation even more complicated.
For sure.
Imagine you rely on cash, and suddenly your local branch is gone.
Huge inconvenience.
You got to travel further, figure out online banking.
Could be a real barrier.
Especially for older people, maybe they've always used their local branch.
To get their pension, pay bills.
Suddenly it's gone, and they're left scrambling.
Creates a whole new set of challenges.
It really makes you think, right? We can't just assume everyone's ready for digital banking.
Definitely not a one-size-fits-all situation.
So are we truly being inclusive with this digital push?
Or are we leaving some people behind?
Big questions to grapple with.
As we move further into this digital age,
We have to make sure everyone's coming along.
absolutely, financial inclusion is key.
So, what are your thoughts?
I think it comes down to this. How do we bridge the gap?
For those who might be left behind,
Right, can we make digital banking more accessible?
should banks have to offer alternatives?
Like for those who can't or won't do online banking.
These are the questions we need to be asking
As a society,
as we shape the future of banking.
it's on all of us to think about.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.
See you then.